Hey guys, welcome back here to my channel and today to another episode of my Nemesis build. It's been a while since I did an episode on this, so I'm getting straight back into it today for you. Today I'm going to be doing two areas. So first up is the crashed bus area. This is at the final corkscrew of the ride. The corkscrew is really low in the ground. It's all rocks at the side, it's covered in foliage, and there's this big bus that's kind of on the diagonal, crashed, and it's like a near-miss element for the train to go past. So I'm going to be doing that, and also I'm going to be doing the on-ride photo booth, which is at the exit of the ride. Just stick around for that. I'll get onto that later on in this episode. So yeah, basically this crashed bus, I'm just going to pop a picture on the screen for you now so you can kind of see the location of it. This bus basically is like on the diagonal, sloping down, crashed at the bottom of the exit of that corkscrew. And as you kind of come around that final turn into that last corkscrew on the coaster, you do kind of whiz around and you do scoop out and your feet come really close to this bus if you notice it. It's very fast, so maybe you wouldn't notice it if you were on the ride. But yeah, it's there. It's a really cool element, a nice little piece of theming there. And so I had to include it, of course. And the shapes in the game, which are on the diagonal, which came with the new DLC Booms and Blooms, are perfect for this bus. They kind of allow me to create this diagonal looking bus shape, and I just used lots of cubes and colored them black as windows, green for the roof, etc. And then added some bits on the back as well for lights, etc. Covered that in bushes and wires and things, just to kind of give it that kind of old, derelict, kind of, you know, abandoned look. And yeah, so now I just got to go in around that with all the rocks and everything and just kind of try and close up the space either side of the corkscrew, so that you can really feel like that corkscrew is embedded into the ground. I've tried to do my best with the train clearance and everything and get those trees and bushes and rocks as close as I can without the train clipping them, which is very easy to do in this game. It's very easy to misplace something and have the train collide a little bit. So I've tried to keep my eye out for those kind of moments. And yeah, so it's looking cool. I'm really happy with that final corkscrew. That corkscrew is actually been made with a track edit mod, because the corkscrews in the game don't go in the right direction for me for this particular layout. And for the way, if you watch my first episode when I built the layout, you would have seen that the corkscrew actually is somewhat parallel to the brake run, and that's just not possible in the game without having the track edit mod installed. Now, track edit mod is a bit tricky. I don't recommend it for people who haven't played the game very long. It can really like bug your game out, make it crash, that kind of thing. But I tweaked around with that corkscrew a little bit. I saved the map, came back, the corkscrew had disappeared. So then I redid it again, and now it's absolutely fine. It doesn't disappear, and it just sits there perfectly like the real thing in real life, going in the right direction. And so I'm happy with it. But yeah, there we go. That's kind of that kind of crashed bus area, which I've been working on today. I think it looks really, really cool. Can't wait to kind of finish up that little area and tie that all together with the rest of the coaster. And then, of course, I need to just finish the kind of entrance into that corkscrew as well, which I'll do at some point. And I'm just using those cylinders as well to kind of imitate the ground texture, etc., just to try and make the forms a bit easier to do. But that's kind of the gist of that area. Now I'm just figuring out those paths going into the exit. I realized they were in the wrong place in another episode. So I've just figured out those now. So as you can see, it's left me a nice space there to go ahead and build the on-ride photo booth. Now, I was really excited to build this bit because I just think it looked really interesting in the pictures and stuff. Again, I'll pop a picture now on the screen for you so you can kind of see what I'm trying to build. But yeah, it's just a really cool, interesting photo booth. It is a shipping container, which has been converted into a photo booth. So when you exit the ride, you can check out your photo that's been taken on ride and maybe purchase it, etc. And yeah, it was just a really cool thing I wanted to build, and the colors was quite difficult to find, but I think I found a nice color that matched the kind of rusty brown color that the real thing is. And then I've just gone ahead and added lots of beams and things on the side to try and match all the different kind of things that I see in the real life thing. And the signs for this, I actually went on Google Maps, and in Google Maps you can go on Street View on the Nemesis ride at Alton Towers, and you can see all the signs and things for the ride. So I've managed to take a screenshot of all those signs, pop them into Photoshop, squared them off, cut them out a little bit, and then I've gone ahead and made the background of them to match the exact same color as the shipping container, so that when I put the signs on them, they won't look like they're on like a black or white background. And so I've gone ahead and did that for all the signs for this ride actually. And so at the end of this, I'm just going to show you around in the map, and you can see some of those signs that I've made as well, which I've put onto these billboards, which come with the Resorted Tech mod, which are perfect. I could have used the in-game billboards, but they have a border on them, and so I wanted to use ones without a border. So that made everything look much more realistic, especially adding all those signs in and everything. It really kind of does emulate the real life thing. But yeah, this photo booth actually is just like lots of different shapes and kind of air cool events and that kind of thing, and pipes on top. It has this triangle kind of structure on top as well, which is silver. I'm going to color those black poles in a minute. I was just trying to find the right kind of beams to use. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The only thing that I didn't catch on camera is the real thing has these holes in it, and that kind of was something I noticed when I finished it, and I thought I need to add those on. So I went ahead and added those using the disc from the shapes, and that then tied it completely together and made it look just like the real thing. And I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. There's the Nemesis logo sign, which I found on Google, and then the actual ride photo is just the text app that there is in game. And so yeah, it looks really cool. I'm really happy with that. I'm going to pop some of those in-game like custom stalls inside there, so it actually is functional as like an actual shop for the peeps that will be in the map. But yeah, that is basically the photo booth. I'm really happy with it. I'm just gonna show you now in-game, in real time, how that kind of turned out and how that looks. Really enjoying building this. It's been an amazing project. It's been quite challenging and tricky at times, but I've really tackled every part of it, and I've just really enjoyed doing it. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching it as well. If you have, please give me a thumbs up down below. I really appreciate it. So there's just one more look at the actual real thing, which I just built, of course. And now let's just go in and have a look around. So here you can see those signs there, which I've gone and cut out on Photoshop, like I said, and popped those on there. And yeah, I think this looks wicked. I'm really happy with that. I'm really proud of how that turned out. I've just added the exit sign there on as well, and I actually did kind of redo those exit paths from the station. And yeah, that's kind of how it's looking. Here's a quick look at the bus that I did, and I really appreciate you guys watching. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for another episode here on my channel. Bye.